Yup. What's popping? What's popping? Realest one. Hashtag act accordingly. Hashtag vampires. Bronze, what up, bro? What up? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this is necessary for all content creators to say, right? Why do fools be watching shit like from the bushes of your shit, right? It's been like that forever, but ain't nothing gonna change either. Why do people like watching shit, right? And then they never hit the like. This is something that's been talked about before with multiple people. Hold on. I didn't know. Let me just do this real quick. Shout out to you, Brahms. Why do people watch this shit from like the bushes, right? And it's either one or two things because a lot of people don't like to hit that like. Some people really forget and they feel like it's not a big deal. But some people just choose not to. And then some people really be hating this shit. And I don't even like using that word, bro. I don't even like using that word because I feel like it's arrogant to say that somebody is hating on you. I feel like it's corny. But when you check everything off the list, it comes down to that one last thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you're on the internet, when you're on this type of app, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that goes for anybody. You know, it ain't nothing new. A lot of people talk about, yo, how come people have a problem hitting that like? Like it's only a simple tap. Like motherfuckers act like if they tap that like button, they gonna pull back a nub or some shit. That shit is weird as hell. If you got a problem hitting the like button for somebody that you watching, you probably shouldn't be watching the nigga. Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like you should not be watching somebody who you have a problem with either hitting a like or saying, yo, what up? What's popping? I see you doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's just real shit. That's just real shit. But anyway, I see a lot of people been talking about that. I don't want to mess her name up because it's a messed up situation, bro. Sonya Massey is her name. The the woman who was, I gotta be careful with my damn words because YouTube be tripping. They be out of control with it. The woman who was she got shot. YouTube know what happened. If you strike me for just saying what it is, then what's y'all motherfucking agenda? I didn't really even watch the whole video. I seen somebody was playing it the other night. It looked like she was in like a robe or something. I still have yet to actually watch the full video. And I was hearing that she had some mental issues, some mental problems, or something like that. I don't quote me on it because, like I say, I didn't watch the full video. I only remember seeing her laid out on the floor, but the body was blurred. I don't even remember seeing the actual shot, right? It's a damn shame that we see this type of shit so much because people was going back and forth. The people was talking because, like I say, I ain't see the video, so I can't really have the debate with anybody. But people were saying that she had a pot of water or some shit like that. Maybe the cop thought she was going to throw the pot of water on him or something, hot water on him or something. It was two cops, right? And anybody could correct me if I'm wrong about some shit because I didn't watch the whole video. That's because I'm sick of seeing the same shit. At some point, motherfuckers gonna start busting back. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying this to somebody. What really would it take for these motherfuckers to stop shooting folks? And in this particular situation, I seen some people arguing that the officer might have done the right thing if he felt his life was in danger. You understand? I don't know this dude's name or nothing. I saw the picture of him, and I thought I had seen something the other day where folks is talking about he might get immunity from Trump or whatever or some shit. And I was talking to some people about that, and they corrected me on that. But you know how these titles be on here. You know how people be putting shit in the titles just to get clicks and shit. But what do you think would happen if black people started? If I say this and I get cut off, y'all know why. But what do y'all think the fuck would happen if we started retaliating versus the police for doing the shit that they've done so many times. What do you think will happen? You know that World War III shit they always talk about? They mention every once in a while. You haven't really heard that word in quite some time. Miss April, blessings to you. Appreciate you. Hope everything's good with you. If we were to actually retaliate against them in the way that they've been doing us, that would be World War III. It would be niggas versus police. That's just what it is. Ain't no other way to put that shit. You know what I'm saying? Who's this? Jamila K. Bride, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I don't know if I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if you would troll. I don't know if you're trying to troll or not, because I check your channel with the quickness. It say it was made May 23rd, 2024. I don't got no problem with all trolls. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? If you here to just chill and listen and rock out and shit, then it's cool. But that name look familiar and everything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I put the word the dirty sector in the title, all of a sudden new names popping up. I don't know, fam. I ain't got nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it respectful. You heard? But yeah. What do y'all think would happen if there was a situation where black folks just started like busting back at the police? How you think that would turn out? Because you know they'd be quick to lynch us over some shit like that. I got a feeling this video gonna get taken down tonight. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But that's why I don't watch the news, bro. Because it's always something negative. The news is informative, it's relevant. It is relevant to watch, but I really can't tell you last time I watched the news. Because it don't matter what they're talking about, there's always going to be something about a nigga getting shot down. Whether accidentally, I don't even believe in that word no more, accidentally. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I can't speak on this most recent situation too much. I can only speak on what the fuck I saw. I didn't see him pull the trigger. I just seen the female laid out in your own kitchen though, bro. And this is how much I don't know about the situation. I don't even know why the motherfuckers came there. Why did they even come there in the first place? Like, do y'all know? I try to stay away from these situations because they're too redundant, they're too repetitive. I'm tired of seeing niggas laying on the motherfucking floor when police are around, bro. Protecting, serving, all of that shit. That's why I don't get into politics and shit like that. I'm a short-tempered motherfucker. I get mad over some shit real quick. You know what I mean? I can never listen. That's why I don't have debates with people and shit. You know what I'm saying? But definitely prayers to her family. That's a damn shame. Like, what would it actually take? Like, seriously. We see this shit so much, and the only thing we can do is react to this shit. But honestly, what would it take to actually stop some shit like that? We would have to fucking just go crazy on the police. And that's the only way America would really put like a light on the situation and be like, oh, wow. I guarantee you, America would fucking erupt if we started busting back at the police, fam. And I'm not even, I can't even say I'm promoting it, but I'm saying instead of seeing my own people get hurt like that, I don't give a fuck about them. If they don't give a fuck about me and the people that look like me, why the fuck should I give a fuck about them? You know what I mean? But RIP to her. It's a shame to say, but that's not gonna be the last time we hear about a nigga getting shot, even in their own shit. What was the name of that one female? She had got shot in her house. I think her name was Breonna Taylor. Didn't that happen in her own house? I could have sworn it happened while she was actually laying down. Like, didn't a bullet go through the motherfucking door or some shit? I don't know. It was a while back, but R.I.P. to her, and that's a damn shame, fam. You know what I mean? But I titled this "The Dirty Sector" because I seen something this past week that I want to touch on. I was about to crank this live early this morning and speak on this shit. I actually started to do a premiere on it instead of even going live, right? That word I'm so familiar with, the dirty sector. Like, do y'all know exactly what that is? Now, I'm gonna get into my experience on that in a second, which I've spoke briefly on it before, but look here.
This is why I'm turning it on fuck the hood because I'm calling right the fuck back because that was just a lot. Hi, someone literally just stole your package like 2 minutes ago.
Excuse me. You got your package back.
Oh, snap. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
You too. You too.
What the fuck?
That's dope. That's dope. I came across this video on Instagram and I seen the title, Kids Chase Dude to Get the Package Back. And this is the first I really watched it all the way through. This is a little short clip, obviously, but I assume that when they ran after him, they didn't catch him. You got a bunch of little kids. You chase down a grown man to get a package back. Number one, he should feel sorry and stupid for grabbing the package off of somebody's porch. And number two, you got ran down on by some children, a group of them, and you can even hear it in their voice. They not that old at all. It sounds like they could be about 10, 11, 12 or some shit like that. What did they do to get that package back? You gotta wonder. You a grown ass man. Even if you did something wrong by taking that package, you mean to tell me you couldn't fend off them damn kids? You deserve to get. They should have beat your ass. Is what they should have did. If they could get that package from you that easily, you deserve your ass whipped. They should have stomped him out. That's a damn shame. But shout out to the black lady who rung the bell and said, listen, your package just got stolen and shit. Because let's keep it real. Black people don't look out for each other every day like that. Something as simple as that. You look at it, but on the real, we don't really be giving a fuck about each other like that. We see some shit like, you know how many packages? I see packages all the time. And you know, Uber Eats and all these other places that deliver food, these some grimy fools, man. Cause they really will leave your food outside on your doorstep. If they can't find exactly where you're at, or if they don't feel like waiting for you to come to the door, they'll leave your shit right outside. You know how many times I've seen McDonald's on somebody's steps? I'm sitting here walking by like, oh, gee, I wonder what's up in there. You know, you see the supersized looking bag and shit. Like, y'all dead wrong for that, man. Y'all so dead wrong for that. Uber Eats ain't shit, man. Uber Eats ain't shit. But shout out to the black lady for ringing the people's bell and letting them know your package was stolen. You know what I mean? She did her, I guess you could say, due diligence, and the kids they ran down. Oh boy, I don't know how they got it back. That boy's sorry as hell. How the fuck you really steal a package and you let them little ass kids take that pack? That's a damn shame right there, fam. That's a damn shame.
Chicho, acuérdate de mí, cómprame las cositas, mira que ya yo tengo 6 meses, acuérdate de mí, que mira ya estoy, que ahorita que vaya a la luz, y ahorita anda comprándome la cuna y comprando los pañales, el que va a nacer, de que es hijo tuyo, no me abandone, busque la platica, Chicho, que me tenéis olvidada, trabajaba bastante para que gané plata y me traigáis, de que el hijo es tuyo, Chicho, tráeme algo, ¿oíste?
Lord have mercy in the name of Jesus. But there's this one clip that was going viral, right? And it involves some school kids. They're on a school bus. It's hot as hell outside, you could tell. And I guess what they were doing, you could barely see it from the clip because it's only but that short. from the clip. I guess they were making fun of the kids, the boys that were outside in all that heat. They were hustling. They was getting to that money. They was doing what they had to do. They got that hustler mentality in their blood. I think they were selling water or something like that. You know, they were getting that money or whatever. And the people and the kids from the school bus, they was like making fun of them, laughing and all that stuff like that. Next thing you know, well, I play the clip because that would defeat the whole purpose. But this clip is going viral. This small little clip is going viral. That clip's so small, don't make no damn sense. So they made fun of them dudes for getting to the bag the way they knew how. They was selling water, doing whatever they had to do in this heat. I keep telling people, when it's hot like this, you better stop playing with people. Like the past week, I'm not saying this is an excuse for any of the crazy shit that happens in the world or anything like that. But the past week, I've seen some of the most extreme shit pop up on the internet. Crimes that were committed, acts that were committed by human beings, right? It seems like in the summertime when it's hot as a bitch, that's when motherfuckers tend to really put their hands on you, tend to do something crazy. That's when they'll risk penitentiary chances when that heat. Stop playing with people in this heat. These dudes was out there doing what they was doing, getting their money. He showed the stack, you know, it looked like it was about a band or something like that. And they laughing, they making fun of him and shit. And I don't know what kind of safety procedure the bus driver goes by, but next thing you know, you see that damn latch lift up in the back, that long ass motherfucking latch, that shit lift up. And damn, I wish we could have seen what happened after that, fam. I would love to know what would happen. He probably just wanted to scare them, like let you know, like, listen, you go ahead and let. There's a couple things to take away from this. Never look down on anybody who you see that's doing it their way to get it. You understand? Nobody is better than anybody. Nobody is too good for anything. And stop playing with people. Stop taking people for a joke. What that got to do with you? Them kids out there hustling to get their little buck together and all that, to get their money together, get their cash. They out there in that hot damn heat by choice. But you don't think that there's a chance that maybe, just maybe, they're so hot that they don't feel like listening to no kids laugh at them. You see how quick that I'm gonna play that shit again. But real quick. Alpha, appreciate you. Sister Shay, appreciate you. Hold on. Make sure I ain't miss nothing. Kevin, what up, bro? What up, man? Appreciate you. You already. I'm gonna play that clip one more time. It's only 11 seconds, you know, but it's worth it. Homie showed Alpha, I ain't even gonna lie. That person might be a troll. I'm just giving you the heads up, but I'm letting them rock. If they're still in here, I let them rock until they say something out the way, say something out the side of their damn neck, because this ain't my first time dealing with trolls. I already know what's up. I put the title, The Dirty Sector, in the title, so I should have expected that. It's all good. But I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting y'all know. So just act accordingly. You know? Ain't no need to block anything like that. But if they start tripping, you already know. Get them up out of here. But yeah, there's a couple things to take away from that little 11-second clip. Don't look down on anybody. Nobody is better than anybody. Nobody ain't too good for nothing. They was out there. Them kids was out there getting it. You understand? They got that work ethic in them, in that hot sun. They probably got more than the kids that was on the bus. Maybe they should have took their ass out there and started hustling some water or something. For real. I would have loved to see what would have happened if the video would have continued on after that latch lift up. Probably nothing. They probably just wanted to scare them. But the bus driver, you failed at that. They need to fire you, bro. Because how some kids just lift up the latch on the back of the damn bus. Ain't no telling what they was about to do. These ass need to be fired. That's crazy as hell.
What's wrong? Are you okay, little boy?
Are you okay, little fucking dirty ass Pennywise? I can fuck you up. Can I
You're
not?
not gonna do anything? No. We'll see.
Teeth.
We'll see how tough you are when I get to Florida. See you soon.
I'm not in Florida.
I ain't even gonna lie. That's more like a Halloween clip, but it popped up. So I'm just gonna play that shit. I'm just gonna play it. That was weird as hell. I remember that website though. Omegle, I think is how you say. What did commander say? The backdoor latch. Oh man. Yeah, you see how quick he lifted that thing up, that long latch lifted up with the quickness. It was like he was a professional. And all the commotion you heard, it came to a halt. You heard a different reaction, but the video wouldn't go on long enough to see exactly what was about to happen. And I hate that. I would have loved to see what have happened next. These kids are not built the same as us. They're more feisty. Yeah, it's a different era. It's a different era. You know what I mean? It's a different era where even the most serious things are taken as a joke. Just like that female in I want to say it was Oakland, the female who had gotten shot. I forgot her name, man. She was a rapper. And the backstory to her was she had been in an abusive relationship, and supposedly she had took her abuser out, like her ex-boyfriend or husband out, and she was basically making fun of it. Right? There was a video where she was doing an interview and she had an actual damn tombstone next to her making fun of it. You know, she was saying what a lot of these kids say. I'm smoking on this person. I'm smoking on that person. As if there's no such thing as a motherfucking consequence. Y'all really think y'all can't get touched out here, huh? There was so much different in my time coming up. I would have never thought to do some shit like that. I made sure, even growing up, I'm telling you, I've been the same way my whole life. I made sure I treated people with respect because I understood early on that that's the only way you get it back is if you give respect. Courtesy, you want courtesy, then you have to give that. So that acting accordingly shit I be yelling out, that was kind of like, that's something I've been yelling out without me even knowing it. Alpha says, oh, I heard about it. I thought that was a joke. Damn. You talking about the female I was just talking about, the rapper who was, talking about, oh, she took out her boyfriend or whatever. And in the interview, she did say, I never told y'all I killed anybody. I never told y'all I did, But whether she did or whether she didn't, in the interview, she made fun of the fact that person was deceased. And she said these words that she shouldn't have said. She said the family ain't going to do shit, basically. I don't know when that interview was recorded or aired, but when you say things like that, and then you have the nerve to have a pop out, she was having like an opening or whatever. She put it up on her Instagram. She put the time up and everything. It was kind of like, it was very similar to that Julio situation. Like, boy knew he had his enemies out here who would drop everything they were doing just to take one shot at him. But he just, I think that kid was lost, honestly. He looked like he just had a death wish. And I feel like this female had a death wish. Seemed like she had a rough life. But yeah, she had like an opening. I don't know if it was her store or somebody else, but she was there. She put it up on Instagram. Boom. They showed the dude that ended up taking her out. And the thing, people were in the comments. I'm reading the comments. I'm like, these people were actually surprised that it happened. The people that followed her, because the first time I ever heard of her was when she got murdered. YouTube don't strike me. You know what I mean? I'm not doing shit. But she was still unknown. She was an underground artist. And then I heard some people say she was like the female Nipsey Hussle. And even though I wasn't a big, huge Nipsey fan, I got mad at that because how dare you say some shit like that? We know Nipsey's background. We know where he comes from. We know, his, he comes from the West Side. We know his affiliation and all of that. But the man was doing something positive. And if you watched any of his interviews, or if you knew anything about Nipsey Hussle, he wasn't the type to just sit up there. And from what I understood about him, he wasn't the type to sit up there and talk about who he had just popped and disrespectful shit like that. This era, let me tell you something. This era right here, this time we're in right here, is fucked. It's done. It's doomed. You understand? When I was like the age of some of these fools, man, I wasn't thinking about disrespecting nobody in that way. Disrespecting the dead while you're in the middle of an interview, as if you're untouchable. This girl, wait, it's I ain't gonna lie. It was hard for me to feel bad for. People were going back and forth about, yo, do you feel bad? Whatever. How can you feel bad when she basically set herself up? You put that location out there. Nobody told you to do that. You know what you were saying in that interview. You took your own life. You basically like you kind of like you basically just laid in the middle of the street waiting for the truck to hit you. Like, come on, fam. I don't wish nothing on nobody at all because that energy comes back, even you just speaking ill of the next person. So I try to be careful with that shit. But I'm saying, like, what did Alpha say? And this is why we should have some fear of God. I'd rather have that for society than no regard, no fear, no boundaries. Right. Right. Exactly. People really, they were like, in a way, I felt like they were making excuses for it. It was like, they really felt bad. The comments were unbelievable, fam. Like, they were actually surprised that this had happened to this girl. If you are disrespecting the dead and you're talking about someone who you might have possibly been the reason for their death, and you're saying that the family's not going to do anything, and the person who ended up, I think he got arrested because he had his mugshot. I don't know if this person was related to her ex-boyfriend, lover, or whatever the case, but listen, you got to be careful with you got to be careful with what you say, man. There's a couple things you got to be careful of. Number one, be careful of speaking ill of the deceased. These fools, they're young, right? But when I was that age, I remember that was not something that I wanted to do. When was that cool? I wish I might support a rapper who's talking ill of the dead like that. Once somebody passes, that's it. You can't get that person back. You have to live with that. You can repent later on in life, but I'd rather not even put myself in a position to where I have to, repent about, I am so sorry that time I talked ill of the dead. I never had a thought like that. So it's hard to feel bad. This girl would look like she weighed about 20 pounds and she walking around like she couldn't get touched at all. That shit is crazy. When Shake Love say, that energy don't lie. Nah, it does not lie at all. It doesn't. And when it comes to like our enemies and things like that, there's really not too much we have to do. But I'm not gonna lie. If you remember that Diary of a Mad Black Woman movie by Tyler Perry, Medea, the one thing she said, which is what a lot of people feel, God take a little too long sometimes. For some people, it's like, wait a minute, I need them to get got right then. I want to be alive to see this fool get got. They crossed the line. Please don't let it be another 40 years or something like that. But the thing is, even when you retaliate against somebody, that energy can still come back to you. Like there's no special treatment when you talk about karma and good and bad energy. That shit comes back tenfold. Like no matter what it is you do, you know what I'm saying. Even if you feel like you're doing the right thing in your eyes, by getting back at this person and doing them wrong because they did you wrong, it can still come back. It's tricky out here, you know? Like, no matter what issues I have, and no matter what I think of people or what people think of me, I will never put myself in a position to where I might sit up at night and think, man, I would did that to that person. If I ever crossed that line like that, then it's because I was pushed to the point of no return. You understand? But I try to live a little bit more cautious these days. You understand? I'm just saying. That was weird as hell right there. That was weird as hell. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take a quick 30 seconds. You heard? Appreciate y'all being in the chat. Shout out to the bushes, man. Don't be scared. Hit that like. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't hitting the like or you ain't supporting, you might as well skedaddle. That's on some real shit. You know what I mean? Respectfully, though. Respectfully. But give me 30, y'all. Hey, yo. I'm yelling and shit. That wasn't necessary. Like, I didn't already do my intro. Um, my bad. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. What did I have to say? I had to stop myself a few months ago. A racist YouTuber passed away, and I wanted to say something, but I kept my mouth zipped and rebuked that feeling I had towards her. I forget to hit the thumbs up. Yeah, I appreciate you. That's not, it wasn't even. Hopefully you don't take that. You want to go into that. Appreciate you. Hopefully y'all don't take no offense to anything I just said, yo. That's just as a content creator, I feel like we all need to say that honestly, because people do that. People do watch this shit from the bushes, right? Don't want nothing to do with you. Don't care nothing about what you're talking about. They'll sit there and listen to you, right? They won't hit the like button. And I realized that even me saying that might make somebody really say, "Oh, motherfucker, I really ain't hitting it now." You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying, I'm just being authentic about it. I'm just being legitimate about it. It ain't no business watching somebody if you have that big a deal. If it's that big a deal to tap that damn thumb. That's literally the least anybody could do. And I never make a big deal out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's time to start putting a little pressure on this shit. Like really, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody though. She said, no, there's no offense at all. Yeah. Oh, Kevin, be easy, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Um, it's like I say, man, you see some crazy shit on the internet, right? Things that you don't even try to look for. People really need to be careful of who they lay down with and who they take that chance with. We all lust and we all want love and things like that. And because of that want, we can end up in situations we didn't see coming, right? And those situations might be um one of the worst mistakes we made, and something it's kind of like a scar, something we regret for the rest of our life we can't take back. I've seen this clip where this woman had posted the conversation she had with this guy she had slept with unprotected, because she ended up finding out that she was pregnant, right? Hold on. I'm gonna read it to you. She put it out for everybody to see. I'm not gonna lie. I never seen some shit like this before. I never seen a man say something like this to a woman before. Out of all the excuses, out of all the sarcastic remarks that I heard, I never seen some shit like this before. This dude is a different type of breed. You understand me? Miss T, appreciate you, Queen. Hold on, y'all. So this woman, she posted the conversation she had when she found out she was pregnant. She posted her telling the guy that she found out she was pregnant and his response. These are the text messages. I'm gonna read them out. She said to him, "I think I'm pregnant. I told you not to basically bust in me." This is what she said, right? "We should have used a condom." And boy sent back a long ass paragraph, and he's serious. Is he really being serious? Is he being sarcastic? Because there's no laughing emojis or anything like that. Okay. Now she posted his response and she said, "This man really just said this to me." Okay, I'm gonna read it out for y'all. So what he said was, shaking my head, "Let me tell you some real shit. Out of all the women I've dealt with, you are the most kind-hearted and smartest one. You have your shit together like no other. Now, normally I would pull out." This is what he's saying. "But something heavy on my heart said not to. I see something in you that you probably don't see in yourself." Mind you, this is what he's saying to her, right? "I see something in you that you probably don't see in yourself. I know that you will make a great single mother. And that's why I did what I did. You got this. Prayers to you and your family." That's what he said to her. Alpha said, "Pull out like a way." Uh, it's the repetitive method that men use when they don't want to use protection with the woman. Because listen, we men, we love that feeling and everything. Before he got to his climax, when men get to the climax, you know what I'm saying? They just slide out real quick or whatever. We grown. But he's saying he did it on purpose, right? Do I need to read that back for anybody? What I just said? I hope y'all comprehend everything I just said, right? He's basically telling this woman in a more sarcastic way, deal with it. You got this. Because of the type of person I learned that you are, I chose not to pull out, and I wanted to get you pregnant so that you can be a single mother. But just know I ain't doing shit. Deuces. That's pretty much what bro said, man. You can't make this shit up. I thought I uploaded the picture to where I could put it up on the screen, but I didn't. So she put that out there for everybody to see. It went viral. You understand? Yeah, oh hell no, it's right. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of cold, ain't it? Ain't that kind of cold? I can never see myself do it. That's some cold shit. He a different breed, man. He a different breed. You understand? That's next level pimping type shit right there. I can't even call it pimping because it's like you're just flat out a piece of shit. I can't back this brother up on no level right at all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he concocted a plan to get revenge on a female who turned him down years ago. It reminds me of that type of shit, right? Oh, this is the chick that turned me down all those years ago. I finally get my chance to smash. Oh, I'm going to let it loose when it's time, and I'm gonna make sure her ass get pregnant. I'm gonna make sure she get pregnant, and then I'm gonna tell her, "Sorry, sweetheart. You know you got this though. You beautiful. You fine. You got your shit together. You got it right. Just letting you know, I purposely chose not to pull out." That's some wicked shit right there, man. So just understand, ladies, when y'all try to put us all in a box, nah, this dude's that would never do some shit like that. I could never speak on the behalf of a motherfucker like that. That's some wicked shit right there. Lady Shay, what's going on? Appreciate you. Shay Lady, appreciate you. But yeah, ain't that wicked? And that's some wicked shit. But you know, the world we live in, point blank period, is wicked. And there are people who do concoct plans like that. There are people who never forget things, and there are people who hold on to things. And if they get the opportunity to even, let's say, use the little bit of authority that they have, if they can get over on you to get the last laugh, and you're the victim in the situation. I mean, let me put it to you like this: a nurse who was treating a girl in Arkansas, right? She did the most unprofessional shit. She ended up posting this girl's my chart, which is, you know, like her medical chart, in her close friends. So, you don't understand it like that. A nurse who was, you know, who was aiding this one female who had an emergency surgery, and basically ends up putting the girl's business on her Instagram. I think that's what close friends is. Nobody really knows why she did it. Why I can't even say that, right? Obviously, she must have known this girl from some time ago. But their they're not text messages, they're posts. The girl who had the surgery, you know, she went viral because she just couldn't believe it. She's considering taking legal action, but I'm gonna, you know, read out everything she said. When she found out, because when the most unprofessional shit you could do, you're a nurse and you post someone's medical history, medical information on social media. If y'all don't know what close friends is, I don't have one myself. A lot of people don't mess with it, but some people do. Close friends, I believe it's on Instagram. It's like basically it's like a group, kind of like, you know, a group where you can like chat and share pictures and shit. You know, same thing that's been around social media for years, but they call it close friends. She shared the information with her people, but the information had got back to the girl who she had helped. And this is what the woman who was operated on said. She said, "A bitch just played for real. Imagine going to the hospital thinking you are in good hands while recovering from surgery, and you end up knowing your nurse. Only to find out the whole posting your my chart records on her close friends like it wasn't gonna get back to you. A bitch, um, you've been knowing since the fifth grade. So they knew each other since the fifth grade. Some of y'all don't need to be working in the medical field. I'll say it is never okay to post anyone's personal information online. And then on top of that, in my face talking to me while caring for me is insane." She played that part good. She deserved an Oscar for that one. That's crazy. It's all good though. Handled a half of that, and now I'm fitting to sue UAMS in her ass. And she laughing and shit in the post. Nah, it take too long with that suing thing. I probably, you know, that's slap worthy right there. I ain't gonna lie. But she continued on. She said, Someone said to her, I hope you have a screenshot as evidence and see if you can get a confession either from her or the hospital in writing or on video. Is what somebody said to her. She said to them, oh, I have the screenshot. It was sent to me while she was taking my IV out my arm. Ain't that a damn shame? Literally getting ready to discharge me. Cold-blooded, fam. And she left it off like this. I see some of y'all can't read because you know that it started getting a lot of traction. The fact that she put that out there. So she responded to people who were responding to it. She said, I see some of y'all can't read, and I'm not about to say this again. This ain't got shit to do with test results. I literally said she posted why I had an emergency surgery. Motherfuckers so loud and wrong. Like, damn, reading is fundamental. So why do y'all think that the woman did that, though? It has to be for one reason, right? Either, or actually, no, let's say two. Let's say two just to be, realistic. Number one, either she's sick in the head and she's done that type of thing to other people, or either this girl did something to her while they were in school together. So at some point in their life, this girl had to have done something to this girl for her to want to risk her job by posting her medical information on social media. Not thinking to herself, "Oh, this is going to get back to her. I could lose my job." That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. Everything this girl worked for, and she put that girl business out there like that, knowing that this girl could get a lawsuit. As of right now, I guess she's considering, taking it to court or whatever. There wouldn't be nothing to consider. It's either somebody getting foot in their ass or somebody getting sued. It's one or the other. And it wouldn't take that much time for me to really figure out. You understand? Just real shit. That's some crazy shit right there. But there are people who do use their power and their authority, their position to do other people wrong. You understand? For instance, where I live in my city, fuck whoever says shit like, yo, racism doesn't exist. You full of bull, you full of shit. And you deserve to get the shit slapped out if you've even said some shit like that. And my city, where I live at, it's alive and well. It's alive and kicking. You understand me? Like, you go to the pharmacies, right? There's always just a vibe. And from the way they even talk to you when you get on the phone, from when you go in there, there's always that sense of that, how people talk to you, try to talk to you a certain way, right? Like they put this, they have just like this, what's the best way to put it? It's like an ignorant tone when they speak to you. You know what I mean? It's like they might like try to overtalk you and stuff like that. People do ignorant things like that. I've never been a racist fool at all. Nobody in my family is racist or anything like that. It's all about respect when you give respect. You understand? I love every color. But as long as you respect me, I respect you. It's that simple. But in this case, like the pharmacies in my city, they're completely different. And, they really do judge you off your skin color. You understand? Just from the way they talk to you, you could be in a line. The way they talk to you because of your skin color, and they talk to the next person who shares the same skin color as them, it's completely different. So I get mad when there are people who actually say shit like racism doesn't exist. Shut your ass up. That shit is alive and it ain't going nowhere. Understand? It's like C-19. It ain't going nowhere. It's here to stay. It ain't ever going anywhere. Nothing you can do about that. When you pass it down from generation to generation, that means it's here to stay. You understand? People teaching their kids this shit. Not to get political or, not to get on some Malcolm X type shit or anything. But I'm just keeping it real. Oh, goddamn. Shout out to the Bushes. Hit the like respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Or skedaddle respectfully. But hey, let me see. I feel like there was one more thing to touch on. Okay, I think that's the last. Okay. I had people say it doesn't exist after reminding it does. Yeah, Alpha, you know. I'm glad, you know, that people can acknowledge that. Like, the only people that say it doesn't are people who are just ignorant. Who was it that said it was a celebrity? I think it was Lil Wayne who said that one time, right? I mean, he kind of like lost a lot of his sense anyway. He looking crazy and everything. At one point in time, he said it doesn't exist, and he had got a lot of heat. This was years ago, but that's bullshit. You understand? It's out here, and not everybody experiences it, and not everybody gives it off, but it's out here, and it's not going nowhere. You know, and it's real crazy because black and brown people, like we got too much shit going on in our everyday life to even think about hating somebody because of his skin color or ethnicity. So it's always us who's facing the, you know, the worst end of it. You know, and then when we go to these places, we just look for respect and to be treated, you know, with respect, just like everybody else, and we don't get it, and then we snap and we go to fuck off, and we talk about slapping fire out of somebody, then they want to talk about 911. That's just that's just being real about it. That's just being real about it. But anyway, in conclusion, like the whole main point of me doing this video was, you know, the title. You'll see the title, right? The dirty sector, right? What did Alpha say? Resumes get put in a separate pile or no callbacks. Yeah, I've heard stories like that. I've heard stories like that. I remember there was a a black girl. This was a few years ago on TikTok. This is some crazy shit, by the way. She had been applying for a job at what was it, a Walmart or Price Chopper? Black girl, mind you. You know, she applied for it online. You know, they asked her to send in her picture, stuff like that. I believe it was her and her boyfriend. They were both trying to get jobs there. These people knew what they looked like. They're brown, you know, they were brown, light skin, lightish, kind of like my color, if you see my color, right? And they had kept putting them on hold. They kept turning them down, basically. They kept turning them down. So the girl put it to she did an experiment. And what she did was she did some shit where she kind of like bleached her skin. She turned her skin kind of like to like a, you know, from light skin to more of a whitish color, respectfully, right? And then she applied again. Her skin color was completely different, way lighter than it was the other time she had applied, right? And what you think happened? They ended up hiring this girl. She had to do all of that, change her skin color. You know, at that point, I don't know if she really ended up working there or if she just wanted to just put it to the test to see, okay, so this is the reason. I would not want to work for these motherfuckers if I really had to do all of that. But I think she just wanted to see, you know, this was a couple years ago. I'll never forget that. I had uploaded the video on my channel, but it's probably gone now. It had got a lot of views too, but you know, YouTube be tripping when it comes to things like that. But hey, hold on. Give me a few seconds, man. Rock with me. If you're in the bushes, hit the like, support. You know, if it's real, it's real. If it's not, skedaddle. You know what I mean? Yo, my apologies, my apologies. But shout out to y'all if y'all held it down for me, man. You know? I mean, what can I say? I'm human. So I had to go to the bathroom. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah. What did Alpha say? And that is something that is usually unseen, not acknowledged by these folks that say it doesn't exist. I can't stand that shit. I can't stand that. Somebody like me, I'm like a lot of other people. I prefer not to be like that, but it is, you know, like where I'm at, you have you have the ghettos, you have the neighborhoods, you have the a little bit of upscale. You got a little bit of everything that's kind of like sprinkled throughout the whole city. So you have a combination of everything, including different ethnicities. You understand? So when you go to certain places, you get certain eyes on you, looking at you like they seen a motherfucking ghost or some shit. That shit's crazy. You know what I mean? As long as I've lived here my whole life, and I still get that reaction sometimes when I go to certain places. And my whole thing is respect me, I respect you. You ain't got to like me because just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, because I can make some arguments that might make me hate a motherfucker. Honestly, I'm keeping it real. I probably can make some arguments that make me hate a motherfucker. I'm just keeping it real. But anyway, before I do get off here, like the whole point of me doing this, it wasn't anything special, but as you see, the title is, who's that? OG Will, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hope everything is well, bro. OG, I mean, I got more respect than that. Hope everything is well, OG. I see you be working over there. You be putting in that work, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? But the name of the video obviously is The Dirty Sector. I'm not sure how many of y'all know exactly what that is or what that is referring to. I've spoke about it. I spoke about my own experiences to a degree, right? The dirty sector, just to get right into it, is a part of this app that is horrible, disgusting, unforgiving, ridiculous, ruthless, any word you can think of to describe a horrible atmosphere, then use it. OG say, I do, but the work is what I got. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I mean, OG. My bad, man. But the dirty sector. The only reason I'm speaking on this is because I noticed within the last week that it's at the point now where people who are actually from the dirty sector are like jumping up and down because they see that a popular YouTuber who I know as Math Hoffa, who was a battle rapper, that's how I know him, right? He did an interview with this dude named 10 Toes Down, who is another YouTuber. This guy actually goes on this show and he mentions the dirty sector, right? And my thing behind bringing that up is like dirty sector was always a place. It's like an underground fuck show circus type of environment, right? When I first came on here, I was introduced to it because I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything about communities. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the rabbit hole, how big the rabbit hole is on here, right? I tell people this, just like in your average person, if you remember YouTube when it was really like first a thing, you remember the music videos and all the other stuff. You knew people could upload videos and stuff, but I didn't know there was a community of content creators. You understand? So after I had my little situation, I came to the understanding that, listen, either if I'm going to be on here, I have to do something positive, something that's not going to like make me want to do something to the next person, because that's not, like I want it to be a pleasurable experience. Why would I want to be on here going back with fools? Most people on here will tell you they had that experience and some people got past it. Some people are still kind of like dealing with it. But not to brag or anything, but I kind of came out on top of my situation. You know, when somebody fights dirty with me, I know how to fight dirty. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it was just a roasting thing. Like, but I spoke about that before, so it's not really. But anyway, I came to the conclusion that if I'm going to be on here, let me do something that's positive. Let me do something that's actually constructive. You know, that or either I'm not on this bitch at all, because I'm not going back and forth with another grown man, whether online or real life. Two grown men going back and forth like females can do that. And some females will even throw down quicker than the men. So why the fuck would I want to go back and forth with another man? Either you're going to hit me in my face or I'm going to hit you in yours. Somebody getting their ass kicked and somebody walking away. Right? But I say all that to say I didn't have time for it. So let me do some real content. Right? I had to search for my niche. And eventually I got into the battle rap thing. I was a fan of it, but then I started to do actual content on it. You understand? Let me read the comments real quick. I didn't know any of that stuff too 2 years ago either. I came here to upload videos, but when I came back, all the fake shit got sides and sad behavior. I just rolled out of it and then it changed. Yeah. Kubeta, that is good to be living good and happy. I see Alpha rolling. So that's actually how I got to my little 7,000 subs and all that. It was the battle rap thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was a fan of. So I figured, how come I just don't do content on this? It's finding your niche. So it's like I couldn't think of anything better. I was as big of a fan of this culture, of this sport, than I could have ever been. And I seen that other people were actually popular from doing this. And I wasn't doing it just to be popular, but it's like I like legitimately talking about battle rap. And anybody who has been on me for like past 2 years or whatever, that's what I used to talk about. I took a break from it. Eventually, I'll probably go back to it. But yeah, I did that because I wanted to get away from the whole dirty sector thing. And it's like, I still know plenty of people who are still involved with it, but I couldn't be a part of it. You understand? I didn't want to be a part of it, but I'll be a damn lie to sit here and say I have my moments where I peek in and see what's going on. Some things you can't really avoid. The algorithm is a trip. You might not be looking for some shit, but the algorithm will put it right in front of your face, and it's like, okay, let me click on this. Let me see what's going on here. Next thing you know, you seeing something that you just you didn't bargain for, right? So the algorithm will always be undefeated, but when I found out what the dirty sector was when I first came on here through word of mouth. People would tell me. I heard the word doxing, right? I didn't know what the hell that was. Somebody explained it to me, and I said, "Damn, really?" And this was somebody who was going back and forth with one of the bigger content creators, if you want to call him a content creator, YouTuber, I'll say. His name is Hassan Campbell, right? Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. All right, I'm back again. My apologies, but I definitely appreciate the patience. Let me check the comments real quick. Antisocial, appreciate you, appreciate you. What did Alpha say? I go back and look too. Yeah, anybody be a lying motherfucker if they said, oh, I don't have anything to do with that. I don't watch. I ain't gonna be no lying motherfucker. Oh, I watch at moments. You know what I'm saying? It's because you subscribe to certain people, so you can't miss certain things. You can't miss. It's just in your face. You know how you turn the app on at first, and you go down the timeline. It's like boom, right there in your face. It's like I wasn't quite looking for it, but let me click on it. Let me see what's going on. That type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got some time to spare, then it's like, well, it look like somebody might be getting their ass tore out the frame. I know it's probably gonna get ugly, but let me just peep in here and see what's going on real quick. I've seen it all, so there's nothing else that can surprise me. But they be trying though. They be trying. I didn't miss anybody else, right? Okay. But this is the last part of the program, so I'm gonna finish this up. Like I said, when I came on here, I was introduced to the dirty sector, like right out the gate, pretty much. And I heard the stories of, the word doxing. It is a repetitive word at this point, but it is real because I experienced it my damn self. You understand? It didn't do them a lick of good to do it because my whole thing is this: what sense does it make to find someone's information where they lay their head at night if you don't plan on pulling up? What exactly is the point? To put it up there for what? You know, trust and believe me. I got a nice little welcome mat out there. You understand? But I ain't gonna get into that. But I'm saying when you're involved, I don't know if you've never been involved in that type of shit. When you're involved in it, it can be like a rush sometimes, and it's like in a situation where somebody's trying to back you up against into the corner, and you could walk away if you want, but it's like, oh, okay, I got something for your ass. It becomes a competitive thing. You understand? This is coming from somebody who's actually like, tasted what it's like to be on both sides, to be the receiver and the giver of the onslaught, I'll say, right? But anyway, the dirty sector has just always been an underground thing. So I was surprised when I watched. I didn't even watch it. It's just something that popped up. Math Hopper, who's a battle rapper, I know about him obviously because I am a battle rap fan. He's been doing this show, My Expert Opinion, for the past few years. And someone from the actual dirty sector, I don't know how they even got on there. It amazes me how some of these people get the clout they get. You understand? But they made it on there. And they basically spent their time that they were given on this huge platform to shine light on this thing they call the dirty sector. And I couldn't believe it. Out of all things that you could have talked about, you shining and you already knew what was gonna happen from there. You understand? The people who are a part of it, they rushed and they're on next thing you know, boom, Math Hoffa and everybody's title. People who didn't know a damn thing about this man, didn't even know he was a battle rapper. But because he said the word dirty sector, it's like vultures to a body. You hear me? You got the Hassad Campbells, you got the Kwame Browns, right? Fools who will do anything as long as it means a click. I just told somebody this the other day. Some of these dudes, they complain about like when their personal business gets put out there, when their life is like criticized and things like that, when people look up certain things about them. I don't care what nobody say. You can't tell me they don't love it because the fact of the matter is they make more money off of it. The dirty sector is the place where negativity thrives. That's my whole point. It really is the dirty sector. Some people don't even believe in sectors. Like, how do you decide what's a sector, what's a section? It's really based off of the people that you subscribe to, right? It's not like you have like any borders or you know what I'm saying? You don't have any walls or anything like that. It's based off of the people you subscribe to. You're subscribed to this person, so they subscribe to a few others who are subscribed to a few others who are subscribed to a few others who just all just happen to be involved in some bullshit. That's pretty much it. You know, and your algorithm is all twisted up because you're going to see this shit pop up on your, you know, on your timeline. But it was unbelievable. I can't even say unbelievable. Let me stop using that word, man. Let me stop using that word. Let me look in the comments. Miss April, appreciate you once again. Um, OG says, I think most of the dirty sector was fake fictional. Let me tell you something, OG, that shit is real, man. Now, as far as their integrity, their values, and the character that they may be portraying being fictional, that could be the case. But the dirty sector itself, it's you know, it's definitely a real thing. You know, it's the things that people do to like keep their spot in this place. You understand? And you hear if you're somebody who never heard of it before, never like even tiptoed on the brinks of it, then you hear me talk. I'm talking about it like it's some forbidden world or some shit. But it's real, man. You know? And you gotta have tough skin to survive that motherfucker. Like I've seen some shit that I'll never unsee out my brain. You understand? Many things that I haven't seen in my natural life I've seen on this app. Shit that should have never even happened. I tell people the story all the time. You know, when you can see somebody almost lose their life on camera, how do you unsee that type of shit? Especially when it's a mother and daughter dynamic. Just keeping it real, man. It's wicked. It's wicked. There's no length. There's no limit. I'll say there's no limit to how far some people will really go, and it's like a crab in the bucket, or what is it? Is it crab in the barrel or monkey in the barrel mentality? Which one is it? Does it really even matter? Because like these people want to succeed. The people that call themselves people who claim it, and Hassan Campbell, who is just has been going back and forth with Math Hoffa, right? The dude who has this crazy ass background about being touched when he was younger and stuff. You know, some people feel bad for him, but it's like, let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all some real shit. If you were somebody who was touched when you were younger, but then you come on the internet, you cry about it to everybody, right? And you're using that story, you're using your trauma as a means of financial gain. Are you really the victim? And be truthful about it. How much of a victim are you really if you're using what you went through as a means of making money off the internet? And how bad are you really supposed to feel for a motherfucker like that? My own personal opinion is you're a piece of shit because there are people who actually go through that type of thing who would never even think about using it for any type of reward. Like what reward are you supposed to get? But they say money is the root of all evil. But is it the money that's the root of all evil, or is it the motherfuckers who spend the money that make the money? You understand? Y'all hold on for a second. Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Shout out to everybody that's at. Shout out to the bushes. You know what I mean? Let me pop your head in for a second. Do me a favor, hit that like. If it's real, you know what I'm saying? If it's genuine, respectful. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't real, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be watching just to watch. You don't be hitting that damn like button because fools sure enough be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I already touched on that, but I feel like all content creators should be saying that, honestly. The numbers never match with the likes. That's weird, bro. That's some weird shit. Let me read the comments. OG says, tough skin and a sharp tongue. That is hardcore, but you know how to speak it. I never used it as a means of making money, but I have used it on stage and it was my show and I was getting paid. Okay. I hear you, OG. I hear you. But you know what? You just admitted that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just told everybody that, listen, I had a situation that I wasn't necessarily proud of, that I wish I probably could forget or whatever the case, but I have used it. This dude is different. He won't do that, man. And the thing I never watched it. I never watched this full day in my life, but because of people that I've been subscribed to over the years, what he does and when he goes viral, it always manages to find its way back to me. People latch on to this fool like he's some type of god of the app, bro. And I never understood it. And some people, I'm sure some people will listen and say, "Oh, realist, you sound like a hater." No, I sound like a realist. Like y'all really praise a motherfucker like that. You try to be like him. You try to do everything in your power. That's why his name being your damn titles and shit and like that. And now because Math Hoffa just recently has been going back and forth with him, that's all they needed. Oh, word, Math Hoffa. Some a motherfucker I never met a day in my life going back and forth for the son. Bet. Let me put him in my title. Oh, fuck up out of here with that shit. OG says the one thing that I learned from it though, don't be asking people for cigarettes. OG, you a fool, man. You a fool. Yeah, the likes always outnumber the watching. The views is where the new numbers are. Alpha says Papa will watch our sector watch our sector us a real thing, but it sounds funny how you said it. Commander, it's funny you said that every summertime. Okay. Like I said, shout out to everybody who, been watching or whatever the case is. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. But the dirty sector, right? People who are trying, it's a collective of more than multiple dozens, and I can even say that hundreds, thousands of people, right? Who who they see somebody like a Hassan Campbell, who I heard somebody had told me that Hassan Campbell was actually the one who named them the dirty sector. And y'all claim that shit? Like y'all really carry that name. To this day, you still say that shit. Like this is the dirty sector. Like, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Another man gave you another man co-signed you for being a part of some slime ball shit. Man or woman, that shit crazy. That shit crazy as hell. They say this fool made like 20, I think they said like 20, 40,000 a month on him. I'm talking about Hassan Campbell, right? You know what I mean? I don't respect him. Never respect him. People like him, Charleston White, I remember when Kwame Brown, I know y'all know his name. I remember it like it was yesterday when he popped up on here. Mind you, I had never been a big basketball fan. But I remember when he first started doing his YouTube thing, I didn't know who the fuck boy was, man. Understand? All I seen was this name with a K. Yeah, I could barely say this shit. Kwame. I ain't know what the fuck it was. I'm like, well, who the fuck is this? And they say, oh, he's an ex-basketball star, right? As soon as he popped up on here and made his account, his name was everywhere in everybody's title. It's like you're talking about a bunch of vultures. Because when you're a celebrity and you got notoriety, you got a little bit of celebrity status, and you make a YouTube channel and you come around you come around like the dirty sector or whatever. It's like vultures to a body. I'm telling you, they're gonna peck and they're gonna eat and they're gonna scratch and they're gonna claw every last bit. And it's a competition between them, and they swear they want to like take their channel to the next level, going back to the whole monkey in the barrel or crab in the bucket, whichever one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like they swear that they want to take their channel to the next level, get it, make it bigger than what it is, because they see a sign did it. Him talking shit about fools all day is what helps him get to where he's at, so they feel like they can do the same thing. You understand? But what they don't understand is he had a little bit more notoriety behind his name, and he used a situation that is so fucked up, so dark, right? There were people even saying that, yo, our goal was to get Hassan off of here. Our goal was to get this fool up off of here. How you gonna get somebody off of YouTube, bro? How you gonna do that? Especially the way these guidelines work, because it's fools like him that actually make out better on there. It's the ones who purposely violate the guidelines by doing all this weird shit that seem to never ever get touched over the ones who try to stay away from it. OG, I know you know what I'm talking about. You know how these guidelines work. You understand? You try to stay away from it, do the right thing, they still find a way to pick at you. And it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. But I digress. Let me read the comments real quick. Realest one, I was right. You had no idea who that guy was, and I learned that he was strange when speaking. Yeah, he definitely strange. He definitely strange. I went on his live one time and I got out of his sector because it seemed like there was some underground secret gay shit going on. I know I was older than anyone in there. Yeah, you know I've been blocked. Strikes, I had 8 strikes. Damn. From 2022 to 2023. Right. And I've seen people do way worse than what you do, because I peep in on what you got going on. I hit the like, even if you don't see it, I pop and hit like bomb, just to see how OG is doing. Like, hopefully if things go with him, let me pop up on OG real quick, man. And what you do compared to what other, you just making content. You're doing what you feel, is to help your channel grow. And I know for a fact, just from what you've been through, you're purposely trying to stay away from the violations of the guidelines, right? There are people on here who don't care nothing about that and never been struck, and they're monetized. So this app is some bullshit, to be real with you. I questioned it so many times. I want to stay on this motherfucking app. Like, what's the point? Like, the ones that really try to bring something constructive to the table, they're the ones that really got to suffer. It's some bullshit. YouTube can eat ass for that shit, man. No, I ain't really say that. But I'm dead ass, though. If you're a content creator, you understand what I'm saying. It's not right, man. It's not right. You try to actually do something positive. You try to do the complete opposite of what you see these other fools doing, and you still can end up on the wrong end of the stick. This thing, you got a strike. They even took a video down. A video you don't edit it, you don't put together. You know what I'm saying? Put hard work into. Meanwhile, these fools, they didn't do no editing, no research. They didn't do no hard work. They just sat in front of the camera and violated a few people. From the relatives that are alive to the relatives that are deceased, and they ain't do a damn thing about that. YouTube, y'all suck. Listen, I said it earlier. I said by the time this shit is over with, they're gonna take this video down. I might get a strike. That's just how I'm feeling tonight. That's just how I'm feeling, because I don't like how YouTube be rolling, man. I don't like how they be doing shit. I'm just keep it real. I don't respect it. I don't respect it. But yeah, what did OG say? Yeah, you're right. I was just in the dark. I stay straight and I don't curse, but I don't act like I'm bending over for them. Right, man. YouTube is foul. Yeah, hell yeah, they foul. You know, I'll never be no snitch, even when it comes to the internet, right? But I swear to God, for my time being on here, if you know, it would take all 10 fingers to name the channels that I seen getting away with everything but murder. You understand? Considering I almost saw that too, and the video stayed up there for like a whole day. It's just, sometimes you wonder, man, if you somebody like me who's been doing this shit, it's like, is it really worth it? Like your guidelines, there's some ass guidelines. They only affect the people who are trying to abide by them. How does that sound? The guidelines that are set in place only affect the ones that try to abide by them. And the ones who purposely say fuck y'all and everything y'all stand for. I'm talking about their mama, their child, the deceased grandfather, their whole ancestry line. You know what I'm saying? Their whole bloodline. And they getting paid for it. You can't make this type of shit up, man. The fuck? Yeah, you're right. They let the crap go, but you immediately get at us. I show them my conflict too. Then my watch hours be playing. I've seen the unfairness on YouTube. That's an understatement right there. Unfairness. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I've been on here for a little bit. I've seen some things that, you know, have gotten monetized, had no business being even on here in the first place. I lost the interest for this shit for a little while. That's why I stopped. I'm a battle rap. I was a battle rap blogger. That's how I was doing my thing. That was my bread and butter. I slowed up on doing that because I lost the interest. I lost the entertainment aspect went out the fucking window for me. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go live and talk shit. Pretty much. Like I'm doing right now. Yeah. You know? It wasn't even about views or any of that. Because I know if I really want the views, I know what to do. Get back in my lane, get back in my bag. My niche was to do the battle rap thing. I got videos up to like 25K and shit like that. So I know how to get myself back in the algorithm. It's not about that for me. But it's like the unfairness is real. You understand? The unfairness is real. Sound right to me. Sound right to me, Realest. Yeah, those people get away with it till they learn they had to change. I never report nobody, but trust me, the thought crossed my mind. And just being real with you, in the past, the only time I've ever reported somebody was the time I actually had my beef on here. But because I was new to it, they had they put my business out here on here. They had looked me up. I had did a video responding to them. And I think they had seen the street that they used Google Map basically to kind of like, get a glimpse at where I was at. And they put it up there and it did some stupid shit. And it didn't really matter because, I'll tell anybody, okay, you know where I live, so what's next? The invite is there. The invite is to come here. You understand? To come here. After that, I can't promise a damn thing of what's going to happen. But I'm just saying, I seen it all. I've been through the ringer on here, and it's like, what's the point of being bothered with this shit at the end of the day? It's like a virtual neighborhoods, like a virtual watering hole. It's entertainment. It's a way to kill time. It's a way to, to make money. You can make like if you stick with this app, you can really do something with it. You know, I guess the best example of YouTube would be Mr. Beast, right? But check this out. I didn't even know who Mr. Beast was. Somebody had to tell me. I just seen that fool for the first time not too long ago. I didn't know who that fool was. I ain't know nothing about no Mr. Beast. I heard somebody say he had candy bars or something like that. I'm like, who is that? He took full advantage of it. But then again, he's not a part of the dirty sector. So, of course, right? Which is what I'm really supposed to be touching on. But, I think y'all understand the gist of what I'm saying, though. Look in the chat. Maybe I've seen people lose job, apartments. Yep. Threaten people, being paperwork, and still have YouTube. Yep. Mm-hmm. They don't, they did the worst sins, committed the worst sins, and not just violated the guidelines, but they did things. Here's the crazy thing, and I say this all the time. I don't promote violence over here, but y'all do know the reason why people continue the things that they do on here is because there's a difference in mileage, right? Everybody lives in different cities and states. Nobody can get that ass taxed. You understand? Nobody can get that ass whipped. You understand? Nobody has to worry about going out their door and getting cracked upside their head. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is go you sit in your house. You can talk as much shit as you want about the next person. But that's the internet in general, And what is that called? A troll, right? You got women trolls, men trolls, they barely ever face consequences. You don't know who these trolls are, I had a troll in here a little while ago and never seen their name at any point as long as I've been going live. And I'm like, okay, it must have something to do with the fact that I put the words dirty sector in there. Yeah, I still got those reading to go back, but with commentary. I reported someone for fake dropping nudity on me. That wasn't nudity, but I got a strike for it. I wasn't sure who did it. Well, if they basically tried to frame you, is what you're saying, right? If that's the case, then you were right for it. They call that porn bombing. You know what I mean? I've seen that. Oh my God. Like, oh shit. I done seen some shit. We talking about porn bombing, I'm sure all y'all know what that means, but if you don't, I'll run it down real quick. When somebody hits the link, they get up there, they turn their camera on, and you see something related to the sexual organ, right? It's something you don't want to see. But my gripe with that is if you're going to do that, let's at least see a few more women than men. Why always got to be men? I've always seen men do this. You understand? If I see a woman's breast, I might not report that shit. I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm a man at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. But it's always men, and that's just disgusting to me. Why would you want to show another man your private area? You deserve to get a foot in your ass for that. Like, you nasty. Go sit down somewhere. You're nasty ass, man. You get the brakes beat off your ass for some shit like that. You nasty motherfucker. Where was I at? I knew 4 people that might. Looney, what up, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Peace and blessings. I knew 4 people that might have done. Oh wow! I knew 4 people that might have done it. So I flagged their channels for bullying me. I could have sworn I heard you speak on this before. So you never found out for sure if it was them or you just went off your gut instinct. That's not being able to put your hands on someone. Maybe it was trolls talking. Realest one that not being able to put your hands on someone makes those trolls talk like that. Right. I think I understand what you're saying. People showing their medical records and such to prove things. Get the fuck out of here. I don't have to prove shit to anyone. Exactly. Nobody has to prove anything to anybody. But some people get put on the spot and their information that you would have to look for, you would have to actually put effort into, ends up getting put on here, and it's like, okay, it's on and popping here. The people that usually start that shit, we all have the choice of walking away when somebody does us wrong. But I think we're all growing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I know I am. I'm not there yet to just turn the cheek on a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm still working on that. I'm not there yet. You understand? Like, I still do believe in eye for an eye to a very decent extent, right? For lack of better terminology. What do you say? Miss April says, they posted my address and record. I said, good, let them come to my house. That's what my attitude was about it. They was laughing like they did something when they did it. And I'm like, why y'all laughing? I didn't do nothing. Y'all ain't show up. I don't see nobody outside my crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to understand that. Understand that and just carry this message along. If you're doxing somebody, you're putting information on here of where they live, where they lay their head at night, right? Their castle, their home, right? Unless you pop up there, it doesn't mean shit. But I guess their point is just the fact that they could do it, right? Or they want to try to pick out what's wrong with wherever you live at. Like, oh my God, look at the street. There's a pothole there. Like, look at the roof. Look at the roof. There's a motherfucking brick missing off the side. Look, there's a brick missing off the roof or something. Some stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, what? That's the thing about people like that. They'll try to find anything wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? There was a time I remember when I actually used to when I used to turn my camera on like years ago, I would go live, right? And that's when I really seen how like stupid people could be. You could have a white t-shirt on, right? You could be talking about some of the most relevant shit that maybe people even need to hear, a message that anybody could take in, that anybody should be able to take something from. But you're always gonna have that one motherfucking hater, right? And you could be sitting there doing your video. Let's say you got your window open, right? While you're doing your video, a fly comes through the window, lands on your wall. They'll skip over everything you just said and say, "Oh, they see this nigga, he got a fly on his wall. This nigga's a loser, man." Shit like that, fam. It will find anything at all. You understand me? They'll look over the fact that you actually have a car, but if you have a scratch, you understand, on your side door, how that nigga got that shiny car and he got that scratch on there? Motherfuckers that'll pick out anything about you. I can't stand motherfuckers like that. Y'all all need y'all ass whipped on this motherfucker. People that do shit like that. You understand me? Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm trying to ease up with the cursing, y'all. My bad. I see a lot of comments. Let me go down. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, Miss April. I've been told the sound of my voice is not my own. Voice changer voice, LOL. That's crazy. I believe it. Real, I did speak on this once before back there. I do remember that, OG. I think I do remember that. Shay Love says, we are all work in progress. Shay Love, my beautiful. I ain't going to read that. That's a personal message from Looney. People are sick out here, delusional. Yeah, shout out to you, Shay. Shout out to you, because it's like I say, we be on here, doing content and doing whatever, and then sometimes you come across shit that you see and it's like, well, damn, what was that all about? You know? But the thing is, I tell people this: if you're not really considered a content creator until your name was involved in some shit, until you had some beef with somebody on here, until you've been through the ring, it's like a you know fraternity, right? Like they have this thing where they haze you. Maybe not all of them, but for the most part, they'll haze you to kind of like to kind of like just like a gang would jump you in to see, okay, he's solid, he's good now. Let's put him through this test. Let's beat the fuck out of him. He good now. You know, I believe it's fraternities that do that. They'll like haze you to kind of like test you and put you through, a little test and shit. It's like, okay, he good now, right? That's how YouTube basically is. Like this is gonna test you. You understand? And only the people who've been on here for years really understand it. It's an underground atmosphere. This dirty sector that I speak of. But I feel like anybody in here right now should understand what I'm saying. If you haven't actually been in the middle of it, you've probably seen it from the outside. Some of us have been through it. We survived it. I've survived it because I would never let somebody on the internet play with me or try to run me off here. You know, I tell people, it's all about respect with me. It's all about courtesy. But I can be a petty motherfucker if I really want to be. You understand? I choose not to, but I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that. You know, but people will bring the worst out of you. Ultimately, is what I'm saying. People will bring the worst out of you, and then when they see that worst side of you, it's like you ain't had to do all that. You ain't had to do all that. Do all what? Respond to you? You're right. I had to do all that. I should do a little bit more. You're right. Black, what up, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Black money, appreciate you. Hey, sorry, I've been in and out. You know what I'm saying? I always say, y'all know where I live. I ain't high. Come meet my nine. Yo, come meet my 9 and 38 friends. I ain't messing with you, Miss A. We crazy. But I hear you though. That's what I'm saying. You know? You don't have to be big and bad to say, oh look, I found where they live at. I found their address, I found their street, I found their neighborhood. But what I'm saying is come pay a visit. That's what I'm saying. Dot that corner, dot that block, cross that highway, cross that bridge, take that trip. You understand? Because the fact of the matter is, if that was a more common thing, it's not. You only see it like every once in a blue moon where somebody actually takes the time to go to a location where they post it. It's like, y'all see I'm outside, y'all see I'm out front. It's only so, why y'all think it's only so often you see that? Because the majority of people on here ain't playing with nobody. And it's protecting itself if you take a certain precaution or action should they actually pop the fuck up, which I know for a fact I'm doing. You understand? Just understand something. You pull some shit like that on me and you bring your ass here, have the 9 dialed so you only have 2 numbers left. You hear me? That ain't got nothing to do with being no gangster or no badass or nothing. That's just being a man and protecting my space. I wish somebody from this motherfucker might bring their ass where I'm at, man. That's always been my mentality, But that's why I always try to look at it from a roasting point of view. I have fun with it. I'm gonna just have fun with it because I know I can't get serious with you because you're there. I'm here. I'm not coming to where you at. Because you'll have a logical reason to do something to me. I'm gonna act accordingly. Should you come here, y'all know I like to say that shit. Y'all know I had to throw it in there before I ended the video too. Act accordingly. I'm gonna wait here where I'm gonna continue to sleep and eat and shit until you decide you want to take that chance. you know, and whatever happens from there happens. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody in chat. Shout out to everybody in the bushes. Hit that like. Don't be scared, man. You know what I mean? If it's real, I don't want it. If it ain't genuine, I don't want it. You know what I mean? Skedaddle. Otherwise than that. Let me look at it. Like money, I feel you. I stay out where no one says anything. Anything testing on me. Tough, I would care. I've seen these dirty low lights. Okay, maybe we chase it. Oh my God, Realest Smoker. My name has officially been put into messy beef. I don't match any that I have to bend or stoop down to. Yeah, I hear you on that shit. You know, it ain't no different from things that I haven't already seen. You know what I mean? Like I say, you're not officially a content creator or YouTuber, whatever words y'all want to use, until your name has been involved in some shit. And I learned that you can't take things for face value. Like you actually have to do your research. You actually have to look into things. You know, a lot of reasons, like the reason why a lot of shit happens and goes down on here is because people, they see what they see and they go off of that alone, and that's enough for them. But I've been on this bitch long enough to know you can't do that, because I didn't yeah, I didn't see some real, what's the word I'm looking for? What's that word I'm looking for? You know, the type of people that can sell salt to a slug. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better term, I say that. You know, and it's like you just got all type of characters and personalities on here. You know, and respectfully, I know everybody knows this. You have to take what people say with a grain of salt, fam. You have to. That's just what it is. Because let's face it, nobody on here grew up together. Nobody on here grew up in the sandbox. Nobody on here played in the tub. Nobody on here been through anything in real life. You understand? It's only, you know, it's only realistic that we just, you know, you take everything that people say with a grain of salt. Nope. Of course, people are cool with making friends and building bonds and all of that shit. That's nice. But at the end of the day, we still have to be realistic about it. And it's not always that damn simple. Just because you knew this person for 2 years on here don't mean that's your best damn friend. Just because you have conversations with this person behind the scenes don't mean that that's your best damn friend. It's easy to smile on a motherfucker face when y'all just talking off an app and y'all just texting and calling. But what about when some real shit go down? That's the part people don't understand. Yeah, wake the fuck up off of that shit. You to wake your ass up. I'm just keeping it real, you know. But if you're grown, you know. Understand? Y'all give me a second, please. Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? It's only 1:41. I felt like it was later than that. Let me check the comments. Look like my damn phone about to die and shit. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me go back up. Okay. Shay said, April, lesson learned. Oh, Jesus, I used to produce real live battle raps with my son in them. I believe you, OG, because I see that you definitely got a background and a history when it comes to like hip hop and artistry and things like that. You know, that's why I always respected you because you actually got something constructive that you bring to the table. Let me see. Miss April says, "Don't text me because you'll be everything." I ain't scared, Miss April. I ain't never scared. I heard that. Like when you said chilling, April says, low key dissing, then act like they didn't do nothing. Right, right. You know, it was a while back. I had put out a message to everyone on here, anybody that was connected to me or I was connected to, and just it was based off of my experience from just being on here because I've seen the smallest situations turn into the biggest, and then once that happens, there was no coming back, right? Um, just be authentic. Just be real. You know, if there's something that need to be said, just say that shit because that can probably stop other things from happening. You understand? You just be real about it. If there's something you feel like you need to talk to the next person about, just talk to them about it. Because that's the type of thing that determines if you like friends or if you have a rapport for real or not, you know? But on the other hand, it's like I say, when you come on here, this is like a watering hole of sorts. You come on here, you see the same people every day, you say hi, what's up, this, that, and the third. But some people throw those words like friends and sis and bro and all this other shit around, and you gotta be careful with that shit. That's not, that ain't to offend nobody because we all use terms like that, but just don't take it literal because you're probably gonna be disappointed. You understand? And so you have a conversation, like a real conversation, aside from YouTube. I'm talking about a conversation that has nothing to do with the app at all, on some real life shit between you and another woman or another man, right? Talk about life, anything other than this shit right here. And maybe you can build on some real shit. You understand what I'm saying? She said, they get really weird almost overnight. Facts. Black says, too many turn to YouTube for their attention because real life is ignoring them. Shay says, facts, liars, people have no life on social media. Miss April says, Miss April, you crazy. She said, they ain't been shit in real life. Come to YouTube, ask gangster bitch, please. Oh, have mercy. OG say, man, I just had a flashback on some real life crap here in Vegas in my house. Brought it right out of me. Damn. Miss April said, "Oh, this will get me started. Talking stuff. I ain't gonna get you started. I ain't gonna stop you. You know what I mean? If it's genuine, it's genuine. If it's real, it's real. Dirty bitches be hollering at somebody jealous. Jealous of what? I don't know you. Right. I never believed in that jealousy thing myself, right? That's not something I've ever accused anybody of or anything. But I've been saying recently, if anybody really been listening, when sometimes when there's like a hidden issue between you and somebody else and you might not be able to figure it out, it could be jealousy, right? And it's like you don't even want to admit no shit like that. I did a video on this type of thing. But when you check everything off the list, it's that's the last thing that's on there. But it's like, why? You know? Like, I'm talking about when they've actually shown those colors, when they've actually had outbursts about you, right? Maybe it was a misunderstanding even, but that's all you needed to happen in order to see how they really felt. And now when you remember that shit and you kind of like bring it up back like a long time after that, then they look at you like you the villain and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so many different. Let me read chat. Alpha says it's the YouTubers that go live. Most who just pre-record content don't get that kind of beef. Right, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Folks trying to diagnose folks, show your degree, show your ass at work. Right, you got the people on here who be thinking that they know everything and shit. And then you look at it like if you knew that much and if you were that knowledgeable, why are you on an app instead of like making some real money somewhere? Right, I see what you're saying. The Cash App you have posted isn't correct. Well, you know what it is, Shay. You gotta hit the link. I don't know if you were trying to send me something, but you gotta hit the link because when people look me up on Cash App, let me put this out there again because this happened before. When people type me in on Cash App, I don't pop up. The only way I've actually received anything is when people have actually hit the link, and the link will bring them right to where I'm at. Cash App been tripping a whole lot. I'm like, people have said, I was trying to, give you a little pat on the back, but I can't find you. That's why I always put the link in there. I don't know what's up with that, but from what I know, the only way people can send me any type of donation is if they hit the link and it'll bring you to my profile, so you can try that. I appreciate you, trying to look out and stuff, Let me see. Oh, you said it is? Is it working? Let me check because I don't want nobody to send me nothing and I don't say thank you or nothing. Where my damn phone? Let me check, make sure. Hold on, y'all, because I've been. I just had to check because I didn't want to be ignorant. I didn't want to receive something from somebody and I wasn't able to say thank you. I appreciate that, Shay. Thank you. Appreciate that. You the sis, Much obliged. Black Money say shenanigans be going down in video comments. Yeah. Yo, Black, you ever had a situation where you were like either going back and forth with somebody in the comments or you seen somebody going back and forth so long that there was like 16 different comments? Like they would have a whole conversation, a whole beef in the comments because the other person, both of them wanted to get the last word. Like, I know how that feels. I got past it eventually, but my first few years on here, I'm like, this fool don't know me. You was not getting the last word on me. You ain't even showing your face. That's what hurt. That not hurt, but that's what I can't stand the most. This fool ain't got no face, and they trying to tell me about myself. You don't know nothing about me. You trying to disrespect? I ain't gonna disrespect somebody, and you talking. Maybe you talking about their looks. Maybe you talking about their channel or their background when they went live. But it's like that's a cheat code because they can't use any of that against you. That's some corny shit. I can stand alone in these YouTube streets, F them. That's why I rock with you, Miss April. You're a rebel of a sort. Like, See, your whole thing is take me as I am, but don't take me at all. I can relate to that. It's those of us that stand alone that they target. April, put your phone on charge. Put your, you talking. Me, Miss April, she said, put your phone on charge. You gotta be started. Oh, my bad. Bitty B was popping, fam. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I'll probably be editing it soon. 2 hours, 5 minutes of running. You know what I mean? Ain't never no telling with me. Shay said, you are right. You have to be careful because I was thoroughly disappointed. Miss April says, I see the way these dirty mouth move when I get the hell away from them. She says, fact sleep, I trusted a cold-blooded snake. I now know, though. That's the worst. Shay says, yeah, I figured that out. I hit the link and sent you a little shit. Yeah, I appreciate you. That's why I had to stop because I'm like, wait a minute. I know nobody ain't send me no change and I ain't send me a donation. I ain't seen no notification. I had to look into that because I ain't no ignorant fool. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I gave appreciation. I'm just chilling, bro. Just chilling, man. I'm up here talking my stuff. You never know with me. You know what I mean? Like I almost forgot what my topic was, but I feel like anybody who been on here long enough can relate to what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get my ass up off here soon, man. In a second, actually. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me and all that. Everybody in the bushes. I tell people don't be scared. That's my way of saying if you in the bushes, that means you shouldn't have no problem taking a step further, hitting that like. If not, you ain't got no business listening to Realest. You know what I'm saying? If it's that deep, that go for any content creator. If you ain't got, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like you can't, it's not even about crying about the likes either, because I've been on here for a long ass time. I know how that works. And I've always said this, but it's like, don't watch nobody who you feel like you can't hit the like or you can't pop in and say what's up to. People gonna operate how they want. But if you can watch somebody, let's say you watch somebody for a year, you ain't never been in their chat, say what's up, what's up, whatever. That should get weird at some point. It get weird. You understand? And it's like, because if I'm watching somebody like that faithfully, if I consider myself a supporter, then it's like you're gonna see me and I'm gonna pop in at least and say, well, what's up, what's going on? You know what I mean? I don't see the point of watching. I don't see the point of watching if I'm watching them and I don't feel comfortable enough to hit the like and say, yo, what's going on? What's popping with you? That's, to me, that's corny. At some point it gets corny. I'm not gonna lie. But everybody has their own perspective of it, But to me, that's like shaking the hand of somebody you don't really fuck with. In a sense. Maybe not exactly. I don't want to lie to this person. I don't want to lie to myself. I can't shake your hand because your values and, what you stand for, it's not similar to mine. So I can't shake your hand. Fist bump, though. You know what I'm saying? OG said I stay on here because it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. This app, it has its ups and downs, man. It really do. That's what kept me on here all these years. Like, I wouldn't have been on here all these years if I didn't feel like it wasn't cool. Obviously, something kept my ass on here. You know what I mean? But it's just like the worse it got over time, and the guidelines, shit like that. You heard me talk about the dirty sector thing. That's forever just a shameful atmosphere, in my opinion. And this is coming from somebody who was inevidently introduced to it and knew nothing about it. But yet I was like, cooperating with people who are a part of it. I was a part of it. But had I actually known and been up on my research, I would say, no, this ain't for me. Let me get up out of here. You understand? I ain't gonna get deep back in that again. Yeah, I know on here there will be no evil. You sure you meant it that way, OG? Because it's definitely evil on here. I don't know about all that now. In my house looking at me with that look on their face. Or maybe you might mean it a different way. Because on the internet, there's good, there's bad, there's evil, there's wicked, there's sad, there's happy, you know. Not to sound too corny, but you get a little bit of everything on here. You know what I'm saying? And that was my whole point. Oh, okay. Got you. But yeah, I appreciate you, OG. Definitely, man. You know. Shout out to everybody else. Alpha, Miss April. Shay Love. I always go down the list. Black Money. Let me see. PDB. Looney. Appreciate you. Did I say Miss April? Appreciate you. You know, there was just a few names that popped in. I appreciate it. You know, even if it's for a second or whatever. You know, it don't matter if it's for a second or 5. If it's genuine, it's genuine. If it's real, it's real. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's about that time. I'm about to get up off of here. Appreciate y'all listening to me talk my shit. You know, I might not be the most political at times, but it's gonna be me talking. It's coming from a genuine place. Hopefully y'all took something away from this. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all took some type of something away from this. You know, I bullshit and I crack jokes and all of that. But, you know, at the end of the day, there's always some type of message attached to it. Like a little sticky note. Oh, we'll just love this little sticky note. You know, he's bullshitting and all that. Let me pick this up. Let me read this. What did it say? Yeah. Okay. Like a fortune cookie. Crack that bitch open. Just like a fortune cookie. Crack that bitch open. It's gonna be like a little note on there, a little something to take away with you. You know what I mean? But peace and blessings to everybody. You know what I mean? Y'all enjoy your night. If I don't see anybody in the YouTube streets or whatever the case, but respect always, man. Peace, blessings. Every day is a blessing. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. And like I say, if it's real, if it's genuine, that's all that matter. Anything other than that, it ain't wanted. It ain't respected. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out. Appreciate y'all, man.